basket. You love to see it.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. Gordon pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Murray. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Yeah, Murray is a very good outside shooter, but I think he's at his best when he gets into the paint.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Outside Butler. Here's Curry. Over Murray. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Here's Joe. And again, Denver with a 3.
Wow. Their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing.
Warriors trail by 8. Timeout called, the Warriors.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. And Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. Moody's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Hield is subbed in for Podziemski. And then for Denver, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Johnson comes in for Gordon. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Brown.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Joe nails it from 3. Joe's got 15.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Moody. Up top, Jackson Davis. Valanciunas covering. Rejected by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas just being a bully on defense there. Great job positioning himself to get that block.
Hield passes to Curry for 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. The Nuggets lead by 9. Outside Joe. Oh, trying his luck from deep. He's 5 for 9 in this one. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And here's Kuminga for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And the Nuggets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Curry. Launches a 3. Here's Jackson Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so it's Denver ending the quarter up 10. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night. So they're forcing someone else to beat him. Back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointer bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Kuminga in at the three. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Ian. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry. And Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint. I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better compliment to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back to you.
A great fit. Thank you, Allie. Gordon on the wing. Back to Joe. He shoots a three. Kuminga pulls it in. Here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 10. But we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on.
Well, I'm told the Nuggets were excited to add veteran center Jonas Valanciunas. They really struggled last season to craft effective lineups when Nikola Jokic was out of the game. In JV, they have a capable scorer and playmaker who can steady the reserve.
He's a big factor. So it's the Denver Nuggets, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
The Nuggets, 46.
For the second half here, a big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Nuggets lead by 14. On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Then there's Jamal Murray, then there's Christian Brown, and it's Joe in at the two. He got it. No doubt that's a foul, and it's going to be a transition take foul. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Pass to Green. Gordon against Butler. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Green missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Murray passes to Joe. It's wide right, hits off the rim. It's good from in tight. Joe's got 20.
The ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
Playing with passion. Butler is never scared of a challenge, a wing who battles inside.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Hardaway's checked in for Denver. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Joe. Shoots over Curry. And on the shot.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And Stan, after last season, Jokic was blunt. Asked if they had enough to win the title. He said they didn't.
Well, B.A., the challenge is improving this roster. And it's not easy to do with today's salary restraints. But they understand it's absolutely necessary.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. Quite sure what he was thinking.
2 shots.
So he makes one of two, and the second one misses.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Nuggets foul call.
This will be his third free throw of the game.
Fifth personal foul.
Murray's checked in for Joe.
Substitution on the court.
Denver leading by 5. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Hield.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
2 points.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it hard.
Pass to Joe. Hey, puts up a 3. And no good. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Nuggets ahead, up 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
More like us, all right?
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Down low to be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Moody is out there with Brandon Podziemski. And it's Kuminga hit at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pass to Moody. Back to Kuminga. Shot clock at. He can't get it to go.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
They get the rebound. Valanciunas. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
And again, no good by Golden State.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Butler. Butler, unfazed.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat them.
Here's Joe. Johnson for 3. On target from Ray. Got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now here's Joe. He's covered by Curry. Joe misses. 3-pointer. Money! Stephen Curry, the 3-point king.
Oh, that's one fluid motion. Curry's shot is a thing of beauty.
Now a timeout called by Denver. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Substitution on the court.
Murray finds Brown. On the wing, Brown. Here's Joe. No good from outside.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
The 15-footer. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Bogdanovich. To tie it up. And Brown lays it in. Brown's got his first points in this one.
Man, those were massive points from Brown. They really needed them.
Oh, Curry! What a tough finish!
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Pass to Jokic. Out to Gordon. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that narrows the gap to 1. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Count it!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Money!
Nikola
Oh, what a
Jokic.
sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Sometimes you just have to admire the greatness of Jokic. No doubt when it matters most.
Here's Murray. It's in!
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Golden State calls timeout. They trail by 1. And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Jamal Murray.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Timeout called, the Warriors. They're behind by 1. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Curry against Murray. Curry passes to Butler. The shot comes out.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
The 3 from Curry. Can't knock in the 3.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap.
Jamal Murray taking 2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
And so it's Denver with the W.
That's the end
And they
of the game.
barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
NBA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K, and today I'm back for more expert tips. Let's talk about passing in NBA 2K26. Starting with the basics, to throw a standard chest pass, use the left stick to target your desired teammate and press the pass button. If you want more precision in selecting your receivers, hold the right bumper and pick the icon of the player you want to pass to. Press the bounce pass button when you want to throw.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. Now Denver's starting five. Johnson, the small forward, with Gordon holding down the four. Then there's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Joe in at the point. And for Minnesota, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Reed in at the 5 spot. Pass to Johnson. And this early in the season, Doris, we're seeing some teams trying to find their way.
BA, very little set in stone at this point. Coaches are absolutely still tinkering with their rotations. You're trying to figure out which groups play well together. And then you also have the players, right? They're trying to drop off a little of the rust that accumulates over the offseason.
Now here's Edwards. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here's Denver. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
McDaniels with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And now just over a minute played here in the first. To the inside, Jokic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their game.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, BA, we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring.
So it's Denver now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Joe, the pass to Brown. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Look how well Jokic uses his size, setting a screen that's more like a brick wall.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the night here. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Quite good work inside by DiVincenzo. That's where his athleticism allows him to score.
Johnson passes to Brown. Gordon on the wing. Back to Joe. 4 on the clock. Here's Johnson. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Gordon pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athletic, is just amazing.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Timeout call, the Timberwolves. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Yeah, they battled at certain points. But once the game started slipping away and they fell behind, they just couldn't get back into it.
We know they're capable of a much better game than they played. They know it, we know it. Let's see if it affects their confidence.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for Randall. Dillingham's checked in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Conley, and the shot goes.
Mike Conley continues to perform at a high level. Over a decade as a pro, still doing work.
And if you're looking for a steady hand to run the offense, Mike Conley has been the gold standard for years.
BA, one thing coaches love is knowing what they will get from a player every single night. With Mike Conley, that's high-level point guard play, a low-mistake player, a knockdown shooter when left open, but more importantly, the first and only thing he thinks about nightly is how do we win this basketball game in front of us?
Here's Hardaway, following the score by Minnesota, and he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Conley passes to Edwards. The kick out to Conley. Fires the three. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Outside Joe. Out to the right wing. Oh, he tries a three. Can't get it to drop. Edwards fires from way outside. And that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Dillingham. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. The offensive rebound. Denver in the lead. Here's Watson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment are a lot easier said than done.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Now here's Jokic. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Reed. The 3. Gordon pulls it in. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Out to DiVincenzo. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Denver. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
And this is a matchup they expect to win. Certainly, last year they were the stronger ball club.
Strother, perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Pass to Reed. Outside McDaniels. Here's Reed. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
I love that kind of energy from Naz Reid. You don't give up on a play.
Denver leading by 5. Pass to Joe. Now here's Gordon. Back to Joe. Oh, from deep. Randall pulls down the board.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Oh, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. Edwards comes in for DiVincenzo. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Dillingham. And then for Denver, Johnson, he's checked in for Gordon. Brown comes in for Watson. And Hardaway is subbed in for Strother. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was...
So it's tied as we head to halftime, and we'll return shortly.
Your Timberwolves, 34, Denver, 34.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a... Joe is checked in for Strother. On the court for the Nuggets, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Brown at the 2, Johnson at the 3. And it's Joe in at the point. Denver the rebound. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Here's DiVincenzo, and he goes in for the dunk.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Back to Joe. Takes the 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
Substitution on court.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, B.A. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home!
And vertical threat, that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Joe. That 3's off the mark.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Pass to Edwards. Over Hardaway. Edwards, no good.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Now here's Joe. He's guarded by Conley. Joe misses.
You gotta love how they've been crashing.
Get up, Anthony Edwards!
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards? So much tighter. That is so good.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Pass to Strother. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he buzzer or not.
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials...
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Dillingham. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Boy, that foul looked intentional. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
And that about wrapped.
A new addition for 2K26 is Auto Lobs. With Auto Lobs enabled, the game will contextually choose to throw lob passes in the correct situations to moving receivers just by pressing the normal pass button. If you want to make sure you only throw lobs when you want to, you can go into the controller settings menu to disable that feature. Once you master the basics, there are some advanced passing features tied to various combo button presses. Pressing the lob and bounce pass buttons at the same time will allow you to do a fake pass. This can throw off the defense with bad steal attempts and give your teammates an open lane to the
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you aren't. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Mr. Clutch out there with Murray. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Rob Williams is out there with Deni Avdija. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Toumani Camara. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Well, for both teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage.
remember, the group stage is just 4 games, so every game is huge. I expect both teams to come out with a little extra effort. It just means more than your average regular season contest.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea. Why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Tipped away. Joe with it. Lillard picks him up. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
These are painful, no doubt, but it does happen in this league. Some nights you just come out flat and you can't turn it around.
They've got Jeremy Grant, Avdia out there with Rob Williams. Then it's Holiday, and it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And we saw last season the Nuggets GA in the final week of the regular season making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there'd been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Holiday, the pass to Avdia. Now, here's Thibault. Covered by Brown. Thibault can't get it to go. Johnson left side. Pass to Brown. Chalk up 2 there. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Yeah, look at Grant. Quick off the floor before anyone can get in his way.
Here's Joe. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Avdia kicks to Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Jim, with the length and agility that Jeremy Grant possesses, he can be a tricky matchup.
Yeah, his shooting percentages have tailed off a bit of late, but for a former second-round pick, he's having a tremendous career.
Shaden Sharp's checked in for Matisse Thybulle.
And the NBA is trending toward guys like Grant. He can guard multiple positions. He can space the floor for you. And he doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
A play like that can absolutely take the wind out of your sails. Just a tough break.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jokic is checked in for Denver.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Avdia finds Lillard, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lillard's got 10 points. Here's Joe. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
On a roll now. He is on fire.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard bounce pass. Here's Grant. It's blocked, and he recovers it. Second chance shot stolen by Brown. 1:32 left in the first half. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
A chance to take a look at some stats for Murray.
coming off a terrific season. Averaged 21 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
And Portland making a change here. Klingen's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Gordon's checked in for Christian Brown. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Every team in the league is looking for a long athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Kevin, back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. A 3-ball. Joe can't get it to go.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Here's Sharp, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And putting that reach to work, Jokic just erasing that shot attempt.
Joe, Denver gets it back. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
And so it's Denver looking at a 13-point lead.
For your Trailblazers Youth Dance Team.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Sabonis offense, they're not used to getting this level of production from him, but they will certainly take it.
Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. Johnson is in the front court alongside Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Jokic in at the 5, rolling the paint.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. The Nuggets leading by 9. Pass to Joe. Trying his luck from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Joe's got 23 points. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Gordon finds Joe. On the wing, Murray. Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, Denver with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Avdia against Gordon. From past the arc, Avdia gets the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Joe can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 10. You know, Tim, you look at everything that goes into preparing for an NBA game, there are a lot of moving parts there.
That's the part that fans don't really see, Kevin. So much goes in to preparation every single night, particularly to get ready for the start of the season.
How about just getting your body ready game to game, week to week?
No, it's not only maintaining from day to day, it's also preparing your body to go into a very long and grueling season.
Denver calls timeout. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the NBA. Denver leading by 16. In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Williams is out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Jokic with the bucket.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Gordon against Avdia. Takes it off the glass. Avdia's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Here's Joe. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 19. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Monday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
Denver leading by 19. Here's Joe. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th of the game.
Unbelievable.
Lillard scanning the floor. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Poked away. Here's Joe. Another 3 for Denver.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Sharp. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer when the WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 02. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
2 minutes in the game.
Here's Joe. Defended by Sharp. 5 on the clock. Joe can't get it to go. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Back to Kamara. Misses the 3. Denver's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. Joe can't get it to go. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. That one goes in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Denver.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Clutch. Well, he had a lot. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily.
And that's the
a resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight.